Hi everybody, I wanted to make this video because I've been having like so many amazing days at work and I just got off work, so I'm a little tired, but that's okay. But I just wanted to take this time to just share some more testimonies just like in the past few days. So the other day I was listening to a video by Kat Kerr on Elijah Streams, and they were talking about how animals go to heaven, and I knew this for years, like I learned it a long time ago, but I didn't think much of it. So I listened to it that morning, and this woman came in and she was like very upbeat, and I thought she knew me, so she was like, hi, like she was like saying all this stuff, and I'm like, hi. So I played along with it, right? Because I was like, okay. But no, she was just like a happy, but she said, like by the time we were done talking, she goes, I was like Eeyore this morning, and she's like, I didn't even want to leave the house. She's like, but now I feel so much better. And I'm like, man, it's God, like that's it. So what happened is she came in and she was looking for something, and then we started randomly talking about her dog that passed away two weeks ago. So she was like all, like talking to me about it, and like was really like passionate, and she was showing me pictures and everything, and I didn't know this woman at all. So we just met. So as we're talking, a hummingbird flew behind me and was behind my back and then flew off, and she was like, oh. And I said, what? She goes, it was a hummingbird. I'm like, oh man. I'm like, that's so weird, because like God's been speaking to me through hummingbirds this year. Praying mantises and hummingbirds. It's very weird, but it's cool. But anyway, so she said, yeah, there was a hummingbird. So I said, oh man. Later on, I was like, oh, I want to see it. And then it came back, so I got to see it. But it was inside Lowe's where I work. It was trying to get out. So maybe that's something that God was trying to tell me too, like. But anyway, I'll pray about it. But anyway, so yeah, as we were doing that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, because then I looked up biblically, like I was trying to stay biblical, and I was looking up like what hummingbirds mean spiritually, because I felt like when it happened, I felt like that was an angel. And they're so majestic. Hummingbirds are like amazing creatures. They're like things you would expect to be in heaven, like all over heaven, just the way they glisten and their colors and everything. So anyway, so that happened. But then I was telling her about Kat Kerr, and I was saying, I just really feel like I'm supposed to tell you this. I said, there's a woman, Kat Kerr. She goes, oh my gosh, my friend's been telling me to watch her videos for weeks now. This is a woman I don't even know, and she's just like, oh my gosh, that's so weird that just happened. And I go, well, it happens to me kind of a lot. So I go, well, this is a confirmation. I think you're supposed to watch her videos. So that happened, and then, but when I was praying for her, one of her legs was shorter than the other, and there was like a few of them. Yeah, there was like two or three people that I've talked to, and the one woman, that was today. So that happened with the other woman, and she was like blessed. Like a lot happened after I prayed for her and stuff. But then this woman today, she literally was like, something special is going on here, because the way that we were talking, the way I prayed for her, I said one leg was shorter than the other. Like I have a lot of other times, but it was different. It was like, it felt deep. Like it was a very deep spiritual situation today, like with that woman. And when I prayed for her, I was targeting her kids. I was saying like a lot about her kids. Keep in mind, I don't know this woman at all. So I was saying, God, give her the wisdom on how to raise her kids, and all this stuff, right? And I didn't even know she had kids. So then I said, one leg is shorter than the other. And then after, she's like, oh my gosh, how did you know that? And I was like, it's not me. I don't know any of this. So anyway, we prayed for that. And then another woman after that, this was like, she goes, man, you're doing something special here, because it's like, I just try to talk to everybody, it's like no big deal to me. I'm used to it, but it does take a toll. It can be lonely. But God definitely comforts me a lot, and there's just, oh man, there's so many things. And then, I mean, I didn't even check to see if their legs, because I said, well, if God told me about it, why would he tell me about it if he wasn't going to do something about it, right? Why would he tell me, oh, you have a brain tumor in the center of your face, and only the best surgeons in the world can get, like, why would he do that, I believe, I mean, it just makes common sense. Why would he tell me something impossible for me to know if he wasn't going to do something about it? So that's all I'm saying. That's all I basically said to her. But anyway, that was amazing. And then it's not only the things I'm saying, it's like literally like the feelings. And then God was showing me by letting me feel on my foot, right where her pain is on her right foot. And I said, I'm feeling like right on your right foot, like right pain right here. And she was like, how do you know this? And so I said, well, God cares. He cares about every little detail, And that's even like what I've been witnessing to my Jewish neighbor. And he's been like, God is, oh my gosh, it's amazing to see the change that's happening in him. And like ever since he came to the Seder at our church, like, which was amazing that he even came. He hasn't entered a church or a temple since he was 13, since it's Bar Mitzvah, because he had a bad experience. And he thought everybody was hypocrites and stuff. But no, he came, and he's his wife is the one next door. I call her. I say like we're like one person together. She has one leg, so, and she has diabetes, and she had a heart. She had her heart surgery even, and one leg. So if anybody should have died from COVID, it should have been her. And then she had 3 strokes while she was in the hospital with COVID, and then her brain was bleeding. So explain that to me. And there was no trace of anything that happened to her at all. And they're like, we don't even know how you're alive right now. And I was praying so much for him, not saying it was me, but it was like God saved her, and even her husband could tell. Even her husband knew, because she was even doing good after, and then now she recently got her kidney, or no, her appendix taken out, and I think something was leaking or something, because she's like way better now. She looks better. God is touching her, definitely. That is a total miracle, and creative miracle and all that stuff. But anyway, so I just want to share that. But there's just so many things, but I don't want to make it too long anymore. But I want to maybe start sharing some of my things God's showing me about the the supernatural guidelines, like for the book that I'm writing, and like maybe he wants me to start like reading parts of it and stuff like that. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's like military terms. He gave me some more today. Talk about night vision, right? So like how we Christians, how the Holy Spirit lets us see, especially in the darkness, and that's what it's made for. So we as Christians, we need to be better with our sight, definitely. So anyway, he was speaking to me about that today. But anyway, I'll let you guys go. But God bless, and I will be sharing some more cool testimonies soon. All right? Bye, guys.